Welcome back, fellow geeks. Now, I'm starting a new vlog, per se, that I post once a week recapping different prints and filaments I've used along that entire week. And I feel like for the first episode, I should talk about something that I get a lot of questions about, and it's how to make money 3D printing. Now, first, real quick disclaimer. This method works better for some than others, and there are a few variables that come into play. One of them being the geographic location, and I think 3D Hubs kind of has a good representation of exactly how that is. You see some cities like Paris, London, New York, and some California cities doing really well on 3D Hubs, and it kind of has to come down to a few different variables, and I'm not going to really get into that, but I just want to give the disclaimer that this doesn't work the same way or to the same extent as it does for everyone. Now, really the first step in making money in 3D printing is setting up free advertising for yourself. Advertising can go a really long way. You can easily do this for free by setting up Instagram, Twitter, and even Facebook accounts to kind of get your prints out there, get your name out there, and have people looking at what you do. That's a really big thing in 3D printing. If you can show people you have really high quality prints, that you can turn out some really nice models, they're really going to kind of flock to you over somebody who is lesser known. I mean, that's just kind of basic. So I would highly recommend setting up an Instagram, a Twitter, and a Facebook account. Kind of just center around a business, a name that you want your hub to be. Now, the next step would really be building an inventory of filament to offer. Try keeping a good deal of filament in stock from a range of different colors, different types of filament, PLA, ABS, PETG, exotic filaments, and so on. That way you are always covered and you can offer your clients, customers, whatever they dream of. This is a really good idea to keep a large range of colors, because I've actually had some people message me asking about a print, offering a print, but they didn't have the color I wanted, and so it kind of goes a long way already having it in stock and having it on hand. Now, having a large amount of filament in your inventory can actually help you in a couple of different ways. The first way is in your downtime, while you're not completing orders for people, you can turn out prints, which teaches you the settings on how to print something with a higher quality, how to create certain things. Now, there's one thing I actually learned not too long ago, and it was with Daniel's droop vase, is PETG is really not good for how those drools come off, how they kind of just overhang, and as they droop down, they dry as they cool. Where PLA worked perfect for those. So that's just something with trial and error you kind of learn, and that's a really cool model to actually have on your portfolio of what you can do, because that's really quite interesting. Now, along the way, as you start coming out with all these models and you're starting to test all of your settings and you get really nice results, you just created content for your social media accounts. And that really helps you in getting new customers, as you want to kind of do things that have good detail and really aren't just kind of bland, like here's a cup, here's a circle that I printed. So it's really important to do these things. I know some sites, some 3D print services allow you to actually create extra revenue by offering extra services such as painting and post-processing, whether it's through acetone or however it may be. So that's also something you kind of want to work on so you can show off and offer that service to your clients. Now, for me, using social media wasn't the biggest way that I get most of my clientele, my customers, and a lot of that is actually down an avenue of 3D printing service hubs. There's a ton of different ones. There's 3D Hubs, i.Materialise, Shapeways, and there's many, many more that actually allow you to set up a shop for free on their site, and they create the traffic, and you being there and showing your models actually brings the traffic to you Now there is other things that control traffic, such as location and printability, but those are all things that each site has its own little quirks to. Now, I personally use 3D hubs, as that's something that I found works perfectly well for me, and I have had a really long relationship with 3D hubs over the past 2 years or so. So I personally enjoy working with them. A nice thing about them is they offer perks. For every so many prints you complete, they offer discounts off of filament, printers, and other little things along the way. And those discounts get better and better the more prints you complete and the more times you level up. So it's something that I found is really helpful, especially with keeping inventory. So that's why I really kind of use them. Now, and 3D hubs, for instance, allows you to post your printers, your filaments, so that customers can quickly get a quote by uploading their models to 3D hubs. This allows you to set a price per unit value of volume, plus kind of a flat rate per order. A way to get, and this is a good way to get your customers kind of a quick quote by setting these. Now they can also ask for additional services, for additional fee, but this is kind of a quick, easy, here's my model, this is exactly what it should cost. And this is a good way to get clientele and start creating orders for yourself. Now, another thing that like 3D Hubs does is you can take all of your content that you've posted through your social media and actually post it on your 3D Hubs hub. That way, as customers are looking for a hub to complete an order for, they see all of your media personally posted on your hub, so they can kind of know what to expect, what quality to expect from you. Because as you probably know, if you're watching this, not all printers, not all filament comes out to the same quality as other printers. Now, another way to complete orders, big and small, is really to receive reviews. Now, it's a lot easier said than done. You have to actually get orders first. But if you complete these orders quickly enough, you're courteous to your customers, and the quality is spot on to what they expected, you'll get plenty of good reviews, and this definitely helps pushing forward. Your first level on 3D Hubs, first like 10 orders is really hard to get. But once you hit that, once you get a good clientele, you have really good models that you're displaying, it's really easy to pick up from there. And it does have to do with location as well. Now, a final way to make money, really in my opinion, is to attend events, meetups, and meet different people in your local community, along with meeting local shops. Some shops are more than glad to give you their overflow jobs, their small trinkets, and stuff that really isn't worth their time in tying up their resources. Which, one way to attend these is to attend the local 3D Hub events. Now they have 3D Hubs mayors all over the world, really. I'm personally one of them for the Atlanta community, and we try to hold local events where you get all of your local hubs and businesses kind of in one room, and everyone talks, everyone learns. I've held events for Color Fab and different printers, along with 3D print workshop. So it's a really good way to meet people, and once you kind of start meeting different local businesses that actually require printing, like help, additional resources, and small shops, they kind of are more willing to talk to you and help you out in the long way, which can in return really make or break your hub. Now, kind of wrapping everything up, as I said in the beginning, this works better for some than it does for others, because there are quite a few variables that come into this. Geographic location's one, and places like 3D Hubs where you actually put what specific printer you have. Some people are more opinionated based on printers, so having a good variety of printers, having a good variety of filament really does help you out. Now, once I started uploading multiple colors and multiple types of filament, I really started to see my orders taking off, and it's a really good thing to think about as you start moving forward with a 3D printing business. What should you have in stock? And the more orders you complete and the more you talk to your local community, the more you'll figure out exactly what you should have and kind of where your bread and butter is. Now, that wraps up this kind of quick vlog that I'm doing today. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment below. I'm going to leave a bunch of links in the description so you can see different places where you can set up 3D print services. Now, if you've liked this video, please feel free to smash that like button and feel free to check out the rest of my channel and subscribe. It really does help me out, and it really helps me to know what the audience, what my subscribers are really looking for. I've also placed a couple links to my social media accounts to kind of give you an idea of how I control my media and how I control content that I put up. And kind of in the grand scheme of things, it is all a business for myself. Everything is kind of free advertising for myself. So keep that in mind, and if you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Until next time, keep printing.